The cost approach is another approach that we can use in estimating the value of property. The cost approach is used on special purpose properties, such as churches or schools or synagogues or hospitals. It's also used for new properties as well. There are 3 steps involved in the cost approach. Step 1, we have to estimate the current replacement cost of the property. Step 2, we then subtract for depreciation based on how old the property is. And step 3, we finally add the current land value because recall land never depreciates simply due to passage of time. In step 1 with the replacement cost, we typically use the square footage. The length times the width will give us a square footage, and we always use outside dimensions for square footage. Then we can take a square footage amount times the cost per square foot to estimate what it costs to rebuild the property as if it were brand new. If the exam were to ask you for cubic footage is length times the width times the height. So square footage again is length times width. Cubic footage is length times width times height. Once we get the replacement cost as if the property were brand new, step 2 is then to subtract for depreciation. Because the property we're looking at is not brand new, it might be 15 years old. There are 3 things that cause depreciation. The first one is called physical deterioration, which is basically peeling paint and sagging floors. That would cause a property to suffer in value. Number 2 is called functional obsolescence. Functional obsolescence means we have problems inside the property lines and the property doesn't function the way modern properties do. In other words, it is outdated. It might have window unit air conditioners, things like that, which would make it functionally obsolete. The third thing that causes depreciation is economic or external obsolescence, which are problems outside the property lines, such as having a house next door to a sewage treatment plant or having air pollution that invades the property. Those are problems outside the property lines. And finally, step 3 is to add in the current land value. So the replacement cost minus depreciation plus the current land value would give us an estimate of the value.